Hey guys, what is going on? We're back here today playing some MX vs ATV Reflex. So we're going to be playing the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Southwick 2016 track, and I think I watched this race actually. I've been watching most of the outdoors, but I think they need to redo how the outdoors work, to be honest, cuz I just don't I just don't see them. Oh shoot, I almost turned right. And this is going to be a first couple laps I've ever done on the track, by the way. But I just don't see as many people get into outdoors as much as Supercross, which I understand why, because it's just the format is pretty whack. At least that's what I think, because like 30-minute motos plus 2 laps at least usually for like 35-minute races, which is just way too long compared to the Supercross races, which are 20-15 laps at a minute apiece is not long at all. And I just really hope they would change that, because I don't know. I feel like the sport's not gonna be growing if they just keep it at what it is now. Cause like, to be honest, like, as soon as the tracks are big enough by themselves, and for freaking for them being out there for 30 minutes, they're just gonna get more and more spread out than they already do. So I don't know. It just makes for a lot of boring races, as you can probably tell. Like, the same people win because it's so long. Who's ever the best is gonna come up in first most of the time, compared to like Supercross. Like, I feel like anything can happen, and not even like no one wins really that much anymore, like in a row, if that makes sense. So I hope they redo it. I doubt they will. I think it's gonna stick to the same format. And another thing is that it's really hard to find the races like when they're live, and it's hard to find them live and both motos. So that's another thing that's really frustrating. Like, if I want to watch the races and it's not there, it's just like, geez, I gotta wait till I want to watch it Saturday, but I gotta wait till like Wednesday during the week when they finally air it on like Fox Sports or whatever. And because I don't know, I think they do have it on live on some of them, but it's like a random channel that like no one has. So that's pretty frustrating. So that's another reason why I think they should change how they do it. I don't know how they would change it. Honestly, I would be fine with just like Supercross, like a main event and some heats, just cause that, like, it puts all the, like, everyone goes for the W in the final race. So in the main event at least. But when you have two motos, like it is now the outdoors, it's not like all on the line right there. You have another second moto. You could make up what you didn't. If you sucked in the first moto, you could make it up in the second moto. I know you guys know what I mean, but I feel like a lot of people think that way just because I know their views go like way down during outdoors, because I have friends that'll watch Supercross but won't watch outdoors, which I understand because it is kind of a pain. If you want to sit down and actually watch the race, like if you watch the whole races, you'd be there probably 2.5 hours at least, which is just a pain. And that's just that'd be to catch everything too. Like, if Supercross, if you just want to watch the mains, that's fine, and you'll pretty much get everything. You'll see who wins, and that'll take you what, an hour, maybe so. I don't know, it's kind of frustrating, but anyways, back to the gameplay. Or let me know what you guys think in the bottom about the outdoor series, and if you think it's good the way it is. Like, I know some people are really like kind of traditionalists and like love the two moto format and stuff, but whoa, we got a spinning track marker on there. So let me know what you guys think about this. And these are my first ever laps on this track, and it's a pretty easy track, it looks like, because I haven't really fallen at all. It's very sandy. It's made by Punker Jeffy, I think. Oh shoot, I just looked over on my other monitor to see who it was made by, and I pulled a Villapoto and looped out there. But yeah, we're doing 4 laps today just because I figured they'd be about 2 minutes apiece. That'd make for about a 10-minute video or whatever. So let's see if we can do anything. So far, it's a pretty simple track, and I haven't found any jumps that have been really crazy or anything really that fun. It just seems like little tables and rollers. I know Christian, the friend I usually play with, he thinks that motocross tracks shouldn't have like huge booters and stuff. He likes the old like MotoGP style, which is big rollers, little like tables, but no like huge doubles or triples, which I think is like the opposite. I don't know, that's just boring to me. like turn like then why don't you just go race like a turn track? Go race flat track or NASCAR or whatever. That's what it is. It's just all turns and whoops and stuff. But I like big jumps and like big triples and all that stuff and like the Rocco's Leap and the big one at Glen Helen and the Fly 150. Those are all dope. I think those are like the best part of outdoors. I wish they'd actually put in a bigger one. I wish they'd put in like a 200 footer or something that like only the top guys were doing. Because as it is now, it's usually the whole field will do a jump, or not the whole field. The top like 10 dudes will do a jump, and then like the rest won't. But I want it so like one or two will do it. So whenever they huck that booter, it's just like everyone like turns and looks and it's like, wow, dude, that was fat. But I think they won't do that because it's too dangerous, which sucks. Which I understand as well, because you don't want people, wadding the shit up every race, like every top pro going for the huge, like, 200-foot quad. So, I understand that as well, but as a viewer, that's what I would like to see. But I don't make the rules, so they'll probably keep it the way it is. Another thing is the announcers aren't the same. You don't see Ralph Sheen and Jeff anymore. It's, who is it? It's like Jason Wygant and then someone else, and it just doesn't seem right. Even though I hate Jeff, or not Jeff, but yeah, I hate Jeff Emick. I don't know why. He just like bugs me. Let me know what you guys think. If you like Jeff or Ricky. Wait, no, Jeff, Ricky, or Ralph. I like Ricky, of course. Everyone's gotta like Ricky, and then I like Ralph too. I think he's actually cool. I don't know why people don't like him, because he doesn't race, but I like what he adds to the conversation rather than Jeff, because I feel like Jeff just lives in his like glory days and talks about how he was like the greatest and how like he used to battle Ricky all the time and all that stuff. But who knows? I wasn't watching it back then out. And yeah, so back. Oh shoot, I forgot that corner. Back to the gameplay. It's on lap 3. My fastest is a 2:09, not fast at all. And about this track, yeah, as you can see, this is my first 4 laps, and don't have it dialed, but I can pretty much just hold it wide around the whole track. So kind of a boring track, to be honest, but it is a replica, so it is a great replica. They said they got the ruts from 250 Moto 2, which is awesome. I think that's super dope, and just like props to this dude for going out and watching the motos and putting the ruts in there that they were actually in the race. So that's awesome. Shoot, I just don't think it's a super fun track to ride. Like if I'm playing reflex, I want to hit some fat booters, some like 300-foot quads and stuff. I'm not playing reflex to hit like reasonable jumps like I would in real life. It's like a video game. You don't go. What other games do you play? Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. You don't go play GTA to like obey all the rules and just drive slowly. You go out there to freaking thrash cars, steal them, and then steal jets and stuff. It'd be boring if it was realistic. So that's just how I feel about this track. I know you guys could probably understand what I'm saying, but it is a very well-made track. I actually like the berms and ruts are really good. They're just in between. Like reflex, the standard tracks have like no berms or ruts, or they're really hard to stick into. You can't really like rail them, and they're in between that and just super like walls in some of the tracks where you just stick it in and you can go as fast as you want. So it's kind of in between, takes some skill, but it still holds you in there if you hit it right. So I like that. I do not like how there's no jumps, because that's pretty much as big as they get. It's a pretty rough track, but not too rough where you're swapping all over the place. I think it's a good rough, kind of like it would be in real life. Actually, in real life, it's probably way rougher, but I think it's a good roughness for a video game, at least. I don't want to be hopping all over the place, getting huck-a-buck, and not even be able to hit anything. But there's nothing really to hit on here. Oh, shoot. I almost loop out Larried again. Almost pulled a Villapoto Part 2. But yeah, this is a greatly made track, I think. You can see the Geico banners, the trees, just everything. It looks exactly like Southwick. But I think I need someone make a Hangtown, please. I've been dying for a Hangtown track forever, just because that's actually my home track. I ride that pretty much every weekend, so not only is it like my home track and I ride it every weekend, I feel like everyone would love to see their home track and play it on reflex, but I think it is actually a really fun. Oh damn, someone's freaking doing burnouts outside my window or something. But not only is it like my home track, I actually think it's a really fun track to ride, and it's very jumpy, kind of like a supercross track, and it'd be really interesting to play in reflex over something like this, which a lot of the outdoor nationals are kind of like this, where they're not super jumpy and just kind of like MotoGP style, which I get some people like, but that's just not my style. So that's why I like to see Hangtown. So if any track maker is watching this, please do a replica Hangtown track. I'd love you forever. I'll just those would be like my only videos I'd do. It's just all Hangtown. But yeah, if you want to play with me, I'm down to play with like a bunch of people. Just have a bunch of races, get as many people as we can in the lobby, and play some custom tracks. That'd be tight. So I'm gonna leave my Steam in the description just because I can't remember it right now, and I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. So just check in the description, and it'll be on the top above where the download link is. I always include the download link for the track just to give them, the track creators, some credit. And if you guys want to download it, it's an easy access because I want someone to be able to see it and be like, oh, this is dope, I want to download it, instead of like having to hunt on Reflex Central and find it. So yeah, I'll include my Steam ID down below. Just add me, and whenever I'm online, just like send me a message and say you want to play whatever custom track or just regular tracks. I'll play regular tracks too. So that's been all for today. Just check the description, and peace out.